the juice served cold, darling.
Is it ever too soon to give oral sex? If so, when should you give oral sex when dating?
Now. Sorry.
Now.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No. Absolutely
no.
What's
I
your
can
opinion?
receive oral sex to as soon as possible. It's the giving part that we gonna have to.
That bothers you.
Yeah, we gonna have to wait.
Okay, I mean, because you find some people that go on date, and sometimes when you might go to a club and you guys might mesh and everything is going well, and before you know it, you're in a hotel room, and then you guys are both in the bed, and then he's giving you oral sex.
Nothing wrong with this scenario.
You were driving down the street.
I want to see who got the juice for real up in
We
here.
got the juice.
The ladies say they got the juice.
We got it.
You got the juice?
We got the juice.
All right, but the men say we got the juice.
No.
We got the juice. The juice is right here.
Okay. I don't know.
And he got ice.
I don't know.
And it got ice in it.
All right. Well, guess what? We about to find out today who really got the juice in the house,
serve it
okay?
cold.
Because we about to serve it cold and uncut, darlings. So let's get right with it. So let me ask you something, King Mike. When do you think is a good time to do the oral sex after meeting someone?
I think you should take some time after you say hello. Then it's a good time.
So he says right after hello.
Right the hell
If
up.
the sex happens, it happens, and the oral sex happens, it just happens. Well, not everybody agree with that, Mike. Let me ask you, Mike. What do you think?
Well,
King Mike says immediately, pretty much.
The thing about it is, if you really think about the word hello, it's inviting. Hello. You see that you're using your lips.
Hell no.
Too much time.
I truly believe that it's a misrepresentation of what you're trying to give. You telling me, come and here. Hello. I can use this and I can use that. So I'm like, that's great.
So it's okay for you to have sex with somebody, like I said, as soon as you meet, and if it goes down, it goes down. Pretty much is what you're saying.
Yeah,
So let me ask you a question, because there's so many diseases and things out here. When you meet somebody, you really don't even know this person, and you can go down on them like that.
Oh, wait.
It's one thing to
There's nothing about going around.
What do you
On top of that,
hold on, let me sort of break
they
this
got
down.
Reynolds
For
rap
me
for that.
personally, I think if you want to have a general outlet, it depends on the two people's comfortability. So if you guys are comfortable with doing it, that's on you. But for me personally, I could not do it within the first stage of getting to know each other. So honestly, I think it would be like 2 months.
Oh,
Because I want to make sure
Wait, 2 months hold on.
that I
2
am
months.
getting to know this person, because I'm not a person that's just going to be sexually open to you. I want to make sure that you're a good partner for me.
I have a question.
A sexually active brother that's waiting 2 months to 2 months.
Well, then if they can't wait for 2 months, then they're not.
Wait. Hold on.
It's all
I gotta be clear.
You think a brother gonna wait 2 months to hit your fines
And
off?
he is not worth it.
Hold on.
She sounds like she's pretty.
Hold on. Question. So, 2 months that they have to wait to do it to you, or for you to do it to them?
I would say both. Me personally.
No brother.
2 months for sex period. For sex
Just for
period.
sex in general.
Right, because once you break the cycle of just say let's do it, then
Yes.
everything is open at that
Yes,
point.
for me, I'm
Okay.
at this point in my life where I want to get to know someone, and if you just jump into having sexual relations, you're missing so much about this
My name
person.
is
You're
King Mike.
gonna
I'm a
miss.
Virgo. I like long walks in the park. Get
I'm a
your
grown
ass
ass
in
man.
bed.
You're gonna miss all these red flags. That's a red flag. Keep in mind, it's a red flag. Red flag. Miss them if you just
I'm a
jump into
grown-ass
sex
man.
because it can blindside you.
Okay, let me ask Amelia. I want to hear from Amelia. What do you think?
I would probably say maybe like 8 dates. Yes. So if you really like me, then you could make those 8
Thank
dates
you.
up.
Okay, I have a
you want.
question. So
But
I
I
can take
will
you
not
for a walk?
tell you
I can
that
take
that's
you on a
my
picnic.
my
Which
rule.
I can take you to my brother.
Listen to my brother.
The lies on women tell.
Now we have the morals.
But it's not what they're
Not
dating.
telling this television lies. What you doing?
I can take dates in the week with you. I can take you lunch. I can take you
Right.
So
But
in
if
my
we're
mind, I can get to
vibing,
8.
by 8 dates, if we're vibing, I'd probably want to jump you anyway. So it's all good,
We like her.
So we're but that's 8
We like her.
dates,
Yeah.
You can't wait 2 months.
You can't wait too much.
We can, but why?
No.
We can,
Let
but
me
why?
ask one. Okay, hold
I can see if
on.
you
I want to
feel
ask the ladies a question real quick.
Okay.
Ladies. So let me ask you this. Now you say a man have to wait to have sex with you and everything like that, right? So
Yes.
that's basically what they're saying. They want the man to at least be able to wait before you even have sex, because then everything else goes along with that once they open up to say have sex.
So
But I want to
man
ask you
walk around
now,
like
where
this?
is the morals? But where is
I got
the
to walk around
so
like
you
this?
telling me? So wait a minute, hold on. So you telling me you meet a girl?
No.
And so is that what you immediately want to do with every girl you
yes.
meet?
Yeah.
That you want to have sex?
We're men,
What?
male species. We
Immediately?
want to make.
We are visual.
We want to make. We
Women-
want that body. We want that.
Yes.
You
we
want
want-
that immediately catch something that's
feel
on
like
their
we
body.
We like, I mean, like all three of y'all
Like
could
giving
get
you
it.
two first dates.
Okay, so you heard it yourself. Okay, so that's how the ladies and the men feel about the sex and having oral sex, you know, at the beginning of the relationship and when to have it. So I tell you what, I got another question for you guys. Here's a good one for you. Ladies, I'm gonna ask you this question. If you have a boyfriend, husband, whatever he may be, and he has his mother, and you guys decide to go and pick her up, will you get in the back seat for her, or will you stay in the front seat for her? You know, and let her sit in the back. Which one would you do? Let me ask you first. Let me ask you first, Brittany. What would you do? Really
Oh,
quick.
I think that sounds a little bit tricky because out of respect, I would want the mom to sit in the front. However, since he is my significant other, I would think that it would come along that I sit in the front and she sits in the back.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
What do you think?
Same. I believe that, she should know that now he is mine. She raised him, she said goodbye to him, now he's mine. So she should go in the back herself.
All right. What do you think,
I
Kiki?
agree with, I agree with
You think she should sit in the back as well?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Now, let me ask you, Big Mike. What do you think the mother should? Where would you want your mother to sit? Or your mother
In the back seat.
in the back seat? What about her mother?
Back seat.
Back seat. You feel the same way, both mothers?
They-
Back
they
seat.
both got-
Yes.
All right. What about you?
Backseat.
Back seat.
Okay.
What about you, Mike?
But wait, am I married to you? You my girl? You my baby mama? You my?
So does that matter to you?
Yeah, it matters.
So if you're married,
If you my side, get you in the back, right? If you my side piece, get
in the
I ain't
back.
gonna say get
Ladies,
back.
just so you know,
Okay.
that's a
My girl.
status keeper right there. You understand, if they put your ass in the back seat, you was not relevant.
you are not. That's what it says. He basically said, if you are not married, he's saying get in the back seat. If we married, you can sit in the front seat. So he's letting you know. If he say get in the back seat, he's telling you you're irrelevant. You're really nothing to him. All right, but me personally, I feel like I would want my mother or his mother to sit in the front, and I only say that because it's a matter of respect to me,
yes,
to the
I
the
agree.
mot's period.
But it was
you
your
know,
choice.
and then now if the mother says, because like my mother, I've done that with her before. And it was my mother, and she was like, let me get in the back. Y'all,
Yes.
so she let the man,
Yes.
she let the man sit in the front
That's
seat.
what it
She let the man, my man, sit in the front
Yes.
seat with me because she said, let me sit in the back.
Yep.
So it's again, but I'm gonna offer her, Mom, you want to get in the front? I just think it's, and even a man should offer the mother to get in the
Yeah.
front.
How about the
you know,
ladies
I
just
just
work
think
that
it's
out?
about,
How about the mother and the girl
Next
work it out?
question.
I'm driving. I got my seat.
I will say this though, if you guys have to understand, the man that you've gotten, the man that you've acquired, came from that. So in homage for that, if you really love your man, you will give that woman the respect to say, Mama, would you want to sit in the front seat? And more likely the mama will sit in the back. But if my mama wants to sit in the front seat, she's gonna be in the front seat. We just gonna fight about it later.
I disagree.
I just don't understand. the
All
seat
right.
thing.
Wait. You said if your mother wants to sit in the front seat, she's going to sit in the front seat. You gonna sleep with your mama that night?
If you want between your marriage, that's just your marriage is not gonna work.
Yep.
Like, you have to just make sure you
Yes.
put her in her
That is
place
true.
and your wife in her
That's
place.
right.
You
I mean,
still-
yes,
Mama,
yes.
hold it, you didn't make and your wife in her place. Like they have different places.
Well, you talking about,
There are different levels. Once you get
talking about
married,
putting a black mama in her place?
Yes.
All right. At the end of the day, like I said, I think it's about due respect
Yes.
to offer the mother first, and then let her decide whether she wants to
I
sit in the
agree.
back or front.
I agree.
That's just my opinion. Everybody have their
I
own.
agree.
I'm gonna go with the next question. All right. So you've had a hot night of passion, and your significant other invites you to come over, and you have that hot night of passion, and then in the morning you guys get up, have breakfast, everything is great, and then she walks outside and she has a ticket on the car.
She or he?
She or he, doesn't matter. Have a ticket on the car.
First of all,
would you pay for it? Would you pay for the ticket because they came over to your house and got it in front of your house? Would it be right for you to pay for the ticket, or would you want them to pay for the ticket since it was their car? What do you say? Let me know, Double G. What you
Man, it's like this. If she comes to my house and the curbs is clearly marked. Now, if you taking chances and parking half and half, and I'm thinking I'm good because I've done it. I ain't lying. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
So I mean, how can you expect me to? That's not my fault. That's
what
the decision you make.
What do you think, Mike?
I think it's dependent upon the relationship. The reason why I say that is because, like, if I'm coming over just to, maintenance things, then and staying the night is an added bonus. So if you're like, oh, baby, stay the night, I'm like, okay. If I get a ticket in the morning, I pay my dues.
All right. So let me say, what do you think, King Mike? What do you got to say about that?
As a man, I'll take care of it because let's say if it's her apartment or my apartment, some nights the whole block is filled up and there's nowhere to park. And if I'm gonna invite her over my house, I'm gonna let her have my parking stall.
Right.
If I'm in a house, you put your shit in my garage. But if not, on the street, whatever, it's trivial. Ticket ain't but $65. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
That's just being a man, being a gentleman.
What happened the third time y'all don't got that ticket? Big Mike.
Well,
so 3 times you got it?
Well, I'm over here inviting her to my house for a reason. So fair exchange.
Oh, you don't mind paying?
How much you gonna pay for a motel?
Oh, goddamn. Why you gotta go there? Why you gotta go there?
Or get a motel, which is more cheap.
How come she can't find a proper?
Okay.
How come she can't find a proper parking spot?
My brother.
Every time she come over here,
Why she always parking wrong? Because she don't want to walk.
Okay, but see, more than likely, I'm gonna come outside and meet her at her car anyway and walk her into the house. So I'm gonna see if she can park or not, depending on what.
You gonna tell her to move the car?
If there's no place to park, she ain't got no choice.
I tell you gonna tell her to get back in her car. When you see her fine ass get out the car, and she sitting there with the booty like pow and everything bang, you gonna tell her to get back in the car and move the
he's
car.
gonna take
No, I'm not gonna dance to it. Not gonna park 3 blocks away.
Okay, well, guess what? I want to hear the ladies' side now. Ladies, the man comes over, he spends the night. He gets a ticket out there, and he's looking at you like, well, I got it in front of your house. You told me to park there.
So
would you pay the ticket?
No.
yeah, I for sure would not pay the ticket.
Even if you told him to park there?
I would offer. I would hope that he says no.
Even if you told him to park there?
I would hope that he says no, but I would offer if I told
She needs to come on this side. Right there, the one you know y'all lost one. She
If
over
I told him
here.
to park there, then yeah, it's my fault that he parked there.
That's the keeper.
But I would hope that he says no, because then I would not invite him back.
Right, but none of you knew. None of y'all knew what was going on. You just said, it was like, just park right there. Everybody always park right there.
I see.
And then he gets a ticket.
Well, that's the first rule. You should know your own street.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm not going to tell
yeah.
him to park somewhere
Yeah.
where he can potentially get a ticket because it's not coming out of my pocket if he
Thank you.
does.
Oh, damn.
So I'm going to make sure he parks in a proper
Yes.
in a proper area so that we both don't have to worry about a ticket. Okay, that's how it's going to be, so none of it comes out of either of our pockets. However, if he does happen to get a parking ticket because he chose to go against where I suggested he parks, then that's completely on him.
Damn.
I'm not paying.
She said it so nicely.
Let me ask a question. All right, let me ask this question. Here's a good one for you. So, say you have your significant other and his phone or her phone is just going off and constantly being blown up by someone. What is your reaction to a man that has a phone that's just blowing up when you're sitting there with him? Or your reaction to a woman when you're sitting there with her and her phone is just blowing up?
Who the hell is that?
Is that the first? Well, let's start with you, Double G. Is that the first reaction you gonna get? Is who the hell is that?
Especially if you act like you don't think that much buzzing and jumping off the table and you act like it ain't know what to do. Who the hell is that?
Right. Who is that? That's your reaction.
Yeah.
What's your reaction?
That'll stop your stroke.
Would that be your reaction too?
That'll stop your stroke. One buzz is cool. 2 buzz, I'm gonna slow down a little bit. I ain't gonna hit that spot. 3 buzzes, I'm gonna pull it all the way out.
Oh my God.
I look at you like you gonna answer that,
What about you, Mike? King Mike?
First, I'm gonna pay attention because she should have cut the phone off.
Ooh.
If she got something to hide or not, just out of respect, cut that motherfucker off. If she don't cut it off and just let it ring or whatever, she don't pretty much care about our date. Whatever's supposed to happen on that phone is what's a priority in my mind to her. So I'm.
What if she's thinking to ignore it because she's with you and engaged in that activity?
No, I think
It's
she's already told that fool
unromantic
not
for her
to
to
call.
stop and say, okay, wait, let me go check
But the
my
phone is blowing up.
You should cut it
Somebody's
off.
blowing you up.
So then I think at that point it depends on who it is.
She needs to
so
answer that.
Realistically, because it could have been an emergency, you don't know.
She needs
So
to
if it's an
answer it.
emergency, then yes, you need to handle that. But if it's somebody that's just blowing up your phone because
phone
you know of other reasons, then that's different.
Let me ask Kiki what you think, Kiki.
I'm gonna ask them to answer it. Answer the phone.
And
Let's-
you're gonna tell us that just
let us.
But then does it seem like but then doesn't that show insecurity? Doesn't that show like you don't trust them?
Wait, during sex?
Menstrual?
You think I'm gonna answer
Oh,
the phone?
during
If you're doing your job, I'm not worried about that
That's
phone.
what I was telling him.
If
I'm
you're doing
talking
your
about
job,
sex.
Thank you.
He brought up sex.
You right, but really, like, how would you really react to that? I mean, if the phone is constantly just ringing,
Well, we having sex.
it's okay. Even if you
I'm not worried
I'm
about
supposed to be like this with the phone ringing. That's what I want to know.
It just depends on the
The phone
circumstance.
jumping off.
If it's after a certain hour, then
Arnella, what do you think? What do you think?
During sex, I wouldn't even notice that the phone is going off.
But if you weren't having sex,
Y'all
If
don't want
I
men.
wasn't, then I would want to know who is calling, but
Man,
I would want to know, but
for the front
I would kind
door,
of wait
listen
a
for
little
cars
bit
in the
and then talk about
driveway.
it later. I would wait a little bit and then talk about it later. Like, just because at that moment I'd probably make like a really irrational decision saying something that I might regret.
yeah, because it shows insecurity. I say, if I got a question about your phone and it's blowing up, it shows insecurity. It shows but I understand if it's blowing up, it's like somebody's calling you and you ain't answering. Like, what's going on? I would question like, well, what's going on? Okay, because somebody's calling you too much and you're not answering. So what's up? I would just have to ask.
First of all, if you coming over to my house, you're supposed to be in the text that bugaboo, because you already know his ass a bugaboo, because you're dealing with the food.
But this is a different woman. It's not the one you've been with before.
But we're talking dating. We're talking dating.
no,
We're not talking marriage.
we're
We're talking dating.
She doesn't have
We're
anyone on
talking
the
come to
side.
my house, get a ticket, and all that other stuff. So now the phone first, I'm getting a ticket at your damn house. Now the damn phone ringing off the damn hood. That's baggage.
What if it's
Do I even want to be in this relationship anymore? You probably too much.
Let me ask you guys a question. Let me
Yeah.
ask you guys a question. Do you guys even question the fact that when you're in the home and you have a mate, right? You guys ever notice this? And you have a mate, and they either always have their phone with them everywhere they go, to the bathroom, everywhere they go. Well, what's up with that? Because I want to talk about that for a minute. I didn't talk about that because it doesn't matter whether it's a man or a woman.
I know
in the house, it's one thing you have to put a lock on your phone, because if you lose it out there, somebody can go in it, and you don't want that. So I can understand having the lock. But when you're in the home and then you have the man and he's smuggling phone everywhere he goes, he's got to sleep when he goes. It's like, to me, I feel like it's something on that phone I need that you hide from me.
Exactly.
Vice versa with the woman.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And because the woman do the same thing too. We'll hide, have our phones everywhere we go. We in the shower, we got the damn phone. We in the toilet, everything we do, we got the phone. And then it looks so suspicious when you got it. I mean, it's all in the bed with you. It's like you don't want if he even touched the phone. What you doing with my phone? What you doing? What you writing on my phone? And it's suspiciousness. So do y'all feel the same? Do you think that you find suspiciousness in that?
You would feel that vibe. If somebody is has their phone on you, you would know. Either men would know or women would know.
Yeah,
You would feel that.
Have you ever asked your man to look at his phone?
No.
You never asked him to look at his phone?
Absolutely not.
Never asked him to look at his phone?
Yeah, our phones
Y'all
are
lying
everywhere.
shit.
I don't know.
Because
There's no way all three of y'all have not asked your man to look at their phone.
I know they just go until you steal it.
Again, it's the energy, it's the vibe. If you
You know.
feel that you have that communication between your partner and you feel that you don't have to sit there and hover over them and say, who's on the phone, who's texting you, what are you doing? Me personally, I take the phone with me to the restroom because I like music and I like to entertain myself while I'm using
right,
it.
and a lot of guys do when they're pooping on the toilet. They like to look at the phone. We all do, But at the end of the day, I only ask this because you know that when you really want to know the person you with, ask them to look at their phone.
Can I
You'll
restrict
find out
your
a lot. through their
Look at
phone.
mine.
Can I
who
restructure
they
that
are.
question?
You can look at mine. Might find some porn.
Have you ever looked
But you can
through
look
your
at
man
mine.
phone?
I have.
Ooh, here we go. Have you ever, audience, watch their faces, have you ever looked through your man phone?
Let's hear Kiki.
At one point, when I was with an ex, but I suspected that he was cheating and I had a good reason.
Here we go.
And so, yeah.
Right?
And then I found the proof that I needed. I solidified it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Amelia, what about you?
Not purposely, like I just wanted to see like what my Instagram page looked like from like other people's pages.
Yeah,
That's
we're not
really
doing that.
the only
We're
reason
not-
why
we're not buying that.
He doesn't
Nobody's
need-
buying that
wait,
one.
Listen, he has to give me a reason for me to check.
Right. That's what I was gonna
He
say too.
never, like,
You gotta give a reason. 9 out of 10, women don't go looking unless you give them a reason.
Not
to
true.
look.
That ain't true.
Not true.
That ain't true.
Not true. Not true.
Right.
Not true.
Yes. I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna
listen,
say it right now. I'm gonna piss off America.
Well,
Women's
hold on. Let me
intuition.
hear him piss us
Women
off.
intuition.
Women's
is
intuition
real.
is some
Let me
bullshit.
hear this. Let me hear this.
No,
Go ahead,
it's
Mike.
not.
It is
Let me hear
not
this. Let's
real.
hear this.
It's very
It's
real.
not
Okay,
real.
okay, let's hear
What
it.
happens when
Antennas go up.
Nah, it's real.
what happens when the antenna go up
It's real.
and then there's nothing there?
But men intuition is real too. Men can sense it too. I'm not just saying just women. Men can sense it. If a woman is hiding something, men know too.
That's what
Women feel it in the gut.
Yes.
That's not true.
Men feel it in their
And
head.
you got, yeah.
Men feel it in their head because of the shit we done. I'm just gonna keep because
Thank you,
the shit we done
Done.
done.
You
know,
should teach some people.
I mean, I'm not
Your
like that, but
intuition is
I'm
not
just
as
keeping
strong as
100.
us women. That's
Yeah,
That ain't true.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
No,
You know,
y'all just be
100% that women
Make a case.
intuition, the women
We
intuition,
accused.
it is real, and the sisterhood is
Thank
real.
you. Thank
So
you.
if you think you could play two women, shit, they gonna get together on
That's
and have the
Double
scoop
G.
on you
Yeah.
and be done twisted you like a twist.
Women-
Double
I'm
G.
trying to tell you,
Double G, hang on.
it's
Hang on.
real.
Women's intuition is real.
Hang on. I'm gonna ask y'all a
Hold
question.
on.
Double G.
Let's hear some.
Do you know how many times that woman intuition hit your girl and she looked at your phone and didn't find nothing?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Nope.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What's with the Braxton
Because let me
Hicks
say this. Let me say
intuitions?
this.
Nope.
I never looked through phones or searched or looked for anything until I felt
Juice.
like
Yeah.
something was out of
Yes.
place. Like he was doing
Okay.
something
Yeah.
and I couldn't put my finger
Okay.
on it. So then I said, well, you know what? The best place to find out who he really is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I went through that boom and bing and boom and I already knew the code because I watched
Y'all
it
know I
type
got
it
another
several times.
question,
And
right?
see, we look while y'all typing it in the car. Y'all don't know.
Right,
We already
right.
know the code. We
Oh,
didn't
we
trip.
know we-
And then
we know.
finally,
Reflection.
I looked in there and yes, I see.
I-
And then you know what? 9 out of 10. I'm gonna tell you something. When I had the intuition, I went to go look. It was right.
Yep.
Okay, so you said 9 out of
But
10.
let me ask you
Now
something.
that
Let me ask you
means
something.
only
Since
one
y'all
time.
so
When I
willing to
felt
go
that
through
way.
our phone, how about let's do this? You hand me yours.
No,
I hand you
let's do
mine.
that. No.
I have nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. If I have nothing to
Let me
hide,
tell
yes,
you.
I'll do it. If I did, then I wouldn't.
Are ninjas when it comes to hiding stuff. Let me tell you something. They will call a dude, erase it immediately thereafter. Don't y'all lie?
Yeah,
They will literally
Yeah,
get a
yeah,
dick pic.
yeah.
They'll be like, baby. And I agree.
No,
You are smarter than that.
No, it's not. No, you gotta get it correct. We're not mad about
Know
it.
your enemy.
We know who we're dealing with. That's what y'all not understanding. We know who we deal with. So when y'all come at us with the stuff y'all come at us, it's because we done already picked up on y'all ninja-ness. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if we want to have a happy home, we gotta let y'all get away with a lot of stuff. Either that or it's done right then and there. Because when women start cheating, it's like this. They got 1 foot in the relationship, 1 foot out.
That's right.
So it's like, hey,
That's
you
right.
can accept
That's right.
So
That's right.
So,
When a woman gets to the point where she's,
I believe it.
it's always like that. Like he said,
They don't cheat till they're ready to go.
When we get to the point where we're tired of our relationship and we have the 1 foot in and the 1 foot out situation. That is so true.
and I'm like, you can balance. If you got 1 foot out the circle, you can balance.
When that 1 foot is in and that
It's
1
the
foot
best
is
way,
out,
because I'm
that's
not
when
trying
we
to
cheat. We
keep
doing our thing
nobody
because
that don't
now
want to be kept.
we're right.
Preach on.
That's true. I mean, women, we are. Listen, guys. At the end of the day, women, we cheat just like men cheat. We just get away with it because we know how to clean up our shit and we know how to keep everything copacetic. We know how to call a girlfriend and let her know we with you. We
Oh my God.
we doing this. We doing
The
that.
camaraderie.
don't know how to do this. Y'all cheat and do your thing first.
Oh my God.
Hold
The camaraderie is unheard of.
You guys
some
cheat,
precedence.
and then you guys think after you've already stuck it in.
Yeah, because we ain't good. We are not good at that.
That's why y'all get caught.
We are planners.
What women do, they'll sleep with your best friend and get your best friend to tell on you. Then she got you.
Wait, talking about sleeping with friends?
What? Women to sleep with, if you got that intuition,
You're going into uncharted
they'll
territory.
sleep with your best friend because the best friend, oh yeah, I was with Mike. Okay, well, you don't think Mike will be, well,
let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Have you ever, let me ask you this question.
He did this.
Question. So my next question is pretty much, have you ever been with someone who cheated with your best friend or somebody that was very close to you? And if so, how did you handle the situation?
I should have kicked his ass.
Why him?
I was in a situation where my ex, we worked together, and then he slept with somebody else that we worked with. That didn't end well because they both got fired.
You fired him?
Okay.
Absolutely right.
All right.
Somebody call people on.
So wait a minute. So Amelia, tell me that.
So no, a friend of mine caught him when he went off to college. I was still in high school. A friend of mine caught him with somebody else, and then that was just that.
Caught in the middle?
In the middle, during a party, like a college party.
Yeah.
So she told me,
Was
but
he-
it wasn't with a friend. It was just my friend told me about
So
it.
how did you deal with it?
I just never answered to him again.
How did you deal with her?
Oh, well, I mean, I was thankful that she told me. I didn't know.
Oh, she told
Yeah,
you?
no. It was just a friend of mine, a friend of ours saw him with someone else. Yeah,
Okay.
but not with her. No,
Okay,
yeah.
got it. What about you, Brittany?
I personally have never been in a situation like that. However, I've been in a situation where somebody who was supposed to be my close friend, her significant other tried to cheat with me. And I was not okay with that.
How'd that happen?
It made me completely uncomfortable. We were at her birthday party, the night was going fine, and then later on, I ended up spending the night because she was like my sister. I ended up spending the night. I was on the couch sleeping, completely covered, and he had come down and he had solicited sex to me.
No, don't be formal about it. Let us know what he said.
He solicited
Give us some details.
Bang down there
himself to
swinging on
me,
you.
and I
Pulled it
was
out?
really
Dangling.
uncomfortable with that whole situation.
Did he pull it out?
He did not. I became so frightened, and I said,
Oh,
"You have to stop!
frightened.
You have to stop!" I eventually ended up telling her, and then she decided that she didn't want to be a part of the friendship because she chose him over me, thinking that it was a
Can you
However,
keep going with that? I want to know why that is.
I would never. That is disgusting.
Well, let me ask you.
He was afraid of a dick.
No, I was not afraid.
Well,
I was afraid of
I'm
how
asking that
aggressively he
'cause
was
she a
coming
woman.
at me. He was soliciting. It wasn't a fun situation.
He was there.
How much
Like,
longer?
from the
Like
situation,
Jason and shit. Like Jason tried to
and
give us
this is my sister, a
Yeah.
person that I consider to be very close to me.
Right.
And he comes up to me. He's married to her. We all went to school
Right.
together.
And
And
Oh,
he's
yeah,
out
yeah.
there
You've been wanting that for a
soliciting.
minute.
Yeah, you
I
want that?
didn't want it. I did not
No,
want
he
it.
was trying to
He
go-
did.
he got
He
okay.
told me
She
I
wanted
didn't want it.
Question.
I didn't want it.
Okay, hold on.
Okay,
Okay, I got a question.
You should have told her.
Okay,
immediately.
King Mike.
Yeah.
I told
Let me ask you the
Trust me.
same thing.
Well, I'm a little bit different. First of all, the way me and my close homies have it, if a female come at you, let me know, and I'm gonna set it up where you can get that pussy.
Wait,
And then I'm gonna walk in the room. I'm gonna walk in the room, and then we gonna toss her up.
y'all better.
And after that, she gonna be a part of the clique or whatever. I'm not gonna fight my boy. We gonna run a train on her and get the fuck out of here. Now, if you don't tell me, fuck him forever.
They talking about like solidified relationship, not like the girl you messing with.
You know what?
Because you just said your homeboy wife gonna serve her up.
Hold on. I don't care how close.
I need to be part of your crew.
I don't care how close I think me and her is, but if she got eyes for my boy,
There you go.
Yeah,
We ain't that close.
You right there. You right
I'm
there.
not gonna whoop his ass, especially if he came to me and said, "Your girl, whoop-de-whoop. Okay, let's put this bitch to the test."
Oh, Jesus.
Y'all gonna play the game.
We gonna play the game.
Y'all gonna play the game.
Y'all need to know this happens.
Yeah, I know.
This is
Now,
real.
in my situation, I got homeboys that's always got eyes on women. You know what I mean? I've always had women in my life.
We all
You
got
know, I got the type of homies like, shit, you can't pull it there. They always want what you want.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So and it's happened to me on like twice.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, I should have kicked his ass, because I'm like, okay, women gonna be women. They
Yeah.
only, you're only
Really?
human, you're only flesh. You know what I'm saying? You only have so
And
much
men gonna be men.
resistance.
We are
So when women cheat, they be like, oh, it wasn't my own. I understand that. But when the dude, it's intentional. If it's your boy, it's intentional. Man, I'm trying to hit that. Like homeboy was plotting on you.
But if he
But
don't
they don't
go,
see
he don't come to you. If he don't
that's
come to you,
bullshit.
you gotta come to you.
You ain't gonna walk
Let
up
me
to
ask you, Mike. Let me get Mike's view on this. What do you think, Mike?
Okay, so
you had
as
someone.
far as
Let me reiterate the question. You had someone, you know, that you're seeing, and they cheated on you with one of your friends. Somebody you knew.
They did.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you do? How would you deal with that?
No, that's it. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. Like those here. It's not so much. I was just talking off stage to someone about this in relation. You can't keep what's not yours, and it's absurd to think that you would try to hold something that's trying to get away, because eventually it will get away. Now, if one of my dudes hit my girl that I'm dating or seeing for any length of time outside of marriage, then I'm going to release her. I'm going to release her. I'm not only am I going to, and my boys is assholes. My boys will call me and say, "Does this sound familiar?" I have a brother right now, and I'm gonna shout out Milan.
Wow.
I tell every girl I'm with, he will test you. He will test you. He's not a bad looking dude.
But he's not your
He
friend.
will test you, but he is a total. He does it.
But you know
He
what time
does juice. He does it just to do. I seen him do it to one of the homies' girls, and right after he got done, took a picture and said he ain't gonna take it back, and left her where she was.
Oh, wow.
Now you know
And
what,
you call
guys.
him a friend?
This
No,
happens.
that's
Oh, yeah, that's my best dude. That's my point.
I just wanted to bring it to you now.
But I think it's to get to that point.
Okay, listen.
Some
You know
people-
what? At the end of the day, guys, at the end of the day, you know, this happens to a lot of women, to a lot of guys too. I mean, in certain ways, you know. People are setting people up in all kind of ways. People have motives, guys. People have motives, intentions. You know, you just have to know what the people's motives are. You have to know what their intentions are. You have to know what it is that, you know, this person wants with you. Because again, like he's saying, they do it all the time. You know, and we'll have sex and we'll do it. We'll come flirt with you just to see if you gonna cheat on their, you know, the friend and whatnot. They do it just to see. So again, at the end of the day, you guys got to be aware of what's going on. You got to be aware of the people you have in your environment coming around you. You know, the people that you call your significant others. You know, be careful. Watch them. You know, you can't be having your girl out there kikiing with your man all the time, because things can happen. You know what I'm saying? Under the influence of marijuana, drink, alcohol, anything, things happen. You know what I'm saying? And people don't think all the time. They just go and they do what they want to do at the time. So again, you guys, here we go, another great show of the Juice Serve Code, and everybody, thanks for coming out.
Keep clapping.